This week in news surrounding Israel, Palestinian textbooks rife with Holocaust denial. That's the headline. Stay tuned for all the details, friends. Well, shalom, everyone. Welcome once again to this week's newscast. I'm Robert Gottselig, your host. And on August 16th, President of the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas, during a meeting with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz in Berlin, was asked by a reporter whether, as Palestinian leader, he planned to apologize to Israel and Germany for the massacre that happened to 11 Olympic Israeli athletes and a German police officer some 50 years ago in 1972. Of course, the militant group responsible for the murder of those 11 Israeli athletes had connections with the Palestinian Authority. Well, what was Abbas's response? Was his response that of an apology? No, this is what his response was. Abbas said, "I have 50 slaughters that Israel committed in 50 Palestinian villages, 50 massacres and 50 slaughters, 50 holocausts," he said. Seriously, friends? 50 holocausts? And right in front of the German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, who really, he said nothing. I mean, he should have thrown Abbas out of the house, not remained silent. Well, of course, the next day after drawing outrage in Israel and abroad, Abbas, well, he kind of walked back on his remarks. And in a written statement, he claimed that he did not intend to deny the singularity of the Holocaust, the most heinous crime in modern history. Well, maybe some would think that that was an apology, friends, but I can assure you, in Abbas's mind, it was nothing more than just mere words. Because back in the day, he claimed in his doctorate that the Holocaust was nothing more than a fantastic lie. Yes, friends, that's really what he believes. And that propaganda, friends, is rife in Palestinian textbooks that are distributed to over 1 million students in the West Bank, including schools belonging to the United Nations. Well, how about that? And not only is there a denial of the Holocaust in these textbooks, friends, but they also incite jihad and violence against the Jewish people in Israel, even calling for Israel to be erased off the face of the map. I'd encourage you, if you have time, to search the Palestinian Media Watch Group, who documents everything that happens at the Palestinians, that they say and that they print in newspaper, in their textbooks. You can see it all on their website. It exposes all of this kind of stuff. Simply just click on the link that we've provided in the description below, and you can check it out for yourself. But this is what Israel faces on a daily basis. And really, the world, it's pressuring Israel to make peace with these people, a people who wish them dead. I need to just remind you of their chant, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." That is from the Jordan to the Mediterranean. Friends, that means no Israel. Israel doesn't fit in there. And so if you're advocating for that, I just want to give a warning to you, friends. Because you are on a collision course with the God of this universe. Because when you condone that means that you are advocating really for the destruction of Israel. And like I say, you're on a collision course with the God of Israel, and it won't fare well for you one day. Instead, let us continue to expose the haters of Israel, and let us stand with the Jewish people and support Israel, the only democratic country in the Middle East, as they protect the freedoms and values that we share and enjoy here in the West. I think of Psalm 132, verses 13 to 14. This is what we read. "For the Lord has chosen Zion. He has desired it for his dwelling place. This is my resting place forever. Here I will dwell, for I have desired it." And with that, friends, and until next time, thanks for joining us on another episode of In News Surrounding Israel. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. God bless.